I'm doing my third battery drain attempt today. I do the rail trail twice again, once forward, once back. Yeah, I'm not going to show it today because I showed the whole tour yesterday. It's pretty much the same route, except on this one I went out to Walmart. Yeah, but I'm going to point out a few things. When I get down to the park here, speed bumps that they have in there keep people from driving too fast. They've taken them out. And the reason for that is the Father's Day weekend is when they have the car show down there. There's rain in the forecast. I don't know what to expect, but it's kind of interesting to see what happens. If it does rain, if anybody actually shows up. It's yet to be seen, I guess. And the other thing I want to point out is the water's actually kind of down. It's almost down to its normal summer level right now. That concrete pillar out there, there's the two holes on the left side. I use those to gauge the water height, and once they're both fully visible, then I move over to the pipe that goes out into the water and drains the water from the park when the park gets flooded. When water is at its normal low summer flow rate, I guess, the top of that pipe is usually above it. Oh yeah, and dry. So you can actually walk across it and not get your feet wet. And last year, with our drought conditions, it was really extremely dry. And, well, there wasn't much of a river at this point. So, this year, the level's been going up and down and up and down. It hasn't actually reached its normal low height yet this year. So just showing how I gauge the height of the water. We've had a lot of rain in the last 2 or 3 months. There's still quite a bit of standing water in different places, pooling and that, especially places the sun doesn't reach, and the ground is still pretty damp, so it's not really allowing the water to go down as fast as it normally would. We've actually had a little bit of a break. Any rain that we did get was just a little bit with no torrential downpours like we've been getting, so the river's actually had a chance to calm down a little bit. While the monster was charging, I had to go to Food Basics and pick something up. This is the day that I almost got hit by the pickup. I've already shown it, but it's worth visiting again. I want to kind of point out why it happened. And really, it was my fault for being in that situation. What happens here is normally a pedestrian will not get a walk signal unless the button is pushed, and there's a lot of traffic lights in town that act that way. But with this one, if a vehicle pulls up first before the button is pushed, then you have to wait for the next cycle to get your walk signal. Now I've come across this so many times at this intersection. So when I come up to the lights here, I see the pickup's already there, so I push the button anyways, assuming I'm not going to get a signal. And of course the light was already green, or I probably just turned yellow or whatever when the truck got there, so we gotta wait for the next cycle. And normally I would wait, make sure, either let them go through first or make sure they see me, but I was so shocked that I actually got a walk signal, I just took off. I just wasn't thinking. And of course the guy in pickups got sun in his eyes, he doesn't see me till the last second, and I completely blame myself for that. I know it wasn't his fault, because like I say, he had the sun in his eyes, but it's just a situation that I normally wouldn't put myself in, and not really sure why I did. So, for sure, the blame was totally on me in that case. But like I say, I was shocked to get a walk signal, and I'm not used to that, so I just kind of, went for it, without thinking. Let me take a look at the forecast here. This is the 5-day forecast, and today is Thursday, 15th in the afternoon. So looking at the weekend, Friday to Sunday, temperatures are really nice looking, nice and warm. Even the overnight temperatures are warm, but thunderstorm icons are in there. So possibility of rain. So on Friday, there's a 30% chance of rain and 2 to 4 millimeters possible. And Saturday, the day of the car show, 70% chance of rain and 15 to 20 millimeters possible. Hopefully it holds off until the car show is over. And Sunday, also 70% chance, and approximately 5 millimeters possible. So into next week, Monday and Tuesday, temperatures cool off a little bit, but chance of rain drops down. And Tuesday is the only day that's really got anything forecasted. 1 to 3 millimeters for that day. So that's an indication of what's coming. So we're still Thursday afternoon here, and you can see we've already got some rain, and the threat of rain is still there. I'll go for a drive, and I still don't consider the Monster to be waterproof. I haven't figured out how to cover up the open batteries just yet. So I'm taking the S950 out, and everything's going good. It's wet, and I get up to the top of the hill, and as soon as I go over the curve, that bump, all of a sudden it just stopped, and it went into error mode. So I had no idea what had happened. I have a problem with one of the plugs, the battery plugs. They don't make contact. If you ever run out of gas in a car when it just starts sputtering, it kind of does that. And I know when that happens, I gotta take the battery cover off and wiggle the plug until it makes better contact, and I'm good to go again. So in this case, I have no idea what happened. So I'm looking down the brake, which is the most likely culprit at this moment. And sure enough, one of the wires is broken off the brake. Last time it was the negative wire, this time it's the positive wire. So once it stopped, I understand, but why it actually stopped and went into error mode, I have no idea. I'm not sure exactly why it actually stopped, because the scooter doesn't normally check the brake until I'm actually come to a complete stop. Now, in this case, I was actually moving when I hit that bump, so I don't know what happened. But either way, it was just the brake wire. And like I've done every other time, turn the scooter off and hold the wire in place, turn the scooter on and hit the throttle, and at that point it's ready to go. As long as I don't stop, I can still drive. But at this point, I just don't want to be dealing with that today, so I'm just heading back home. I had to go out. I was out of milk. The drinks that I make, they take half a liter each time. So I had enough left for one. Because what I do is I have two milk jugs, and while one's in the fridge being used, the other one's just kind of hanging out. And I put it somewhere to remind me that I need to get more. So I'll grab it, take it back to the store, and get my 25-cent deposit back, and then buy another jug. So I kind of had to go out, but I wanted to do a trail tour too. So what I did, I just kind of duct taped a garbage bag across the front of the batteries. It looks like crap, but at least it's water resistant now. And I switched the camera over to the Monster. You can probably hear that it's in a waterproof case. It's really, really bassy and there's no wind noise. Normally the waterproof case is on the right of the roll bar, but because I don't have a proper setup for all my cameras yet, I just kind of keep moving the camera back and forth from the Monster to the S950 and back, and it just kind of goes to wherever the easiest place is at the time to put it on. So, I'm heading out. Some parts of the rail trail are grown in pretty good, and the trees are kind of overhanging, hanging down low. It's kind of like going through a tunnel. It's actually kind of neat sometimes. I go down there today, and with the branches being wet, they're hanging down a whole lot lower, and I don't want to hit the camera on them because I don't want to get dirt, bugs, or leaves stuck to the lens, because that happened before. I hit a tree branch and I had a leaf stuck to the lens, which totally made the rest of the video useless because you couldn't see anything. So I kind of avoid that. It's like kind of slaloming back and forth between them, or around them. But what I think is funny, every once in a while you actually see me duck. the end of the trail here. And I look at the little side trail that goes around the gate where I usually go through. It's usually pretty plugged up. I look at it today and think, no, I'm not going through there. It's pretty much all completely closed up with the branches hanging down. So, taking the gate today, squeezing through. I get to the Brenly Estates construction site here, and I had quite a bit of erosion. I know we got a lot of rain overnight last night, but I didn't realize it was that destructive. And some pretty good, what's the word I'm looking for? Canyons through that nice new soft dirt. And you can't really see it. The water dropped to the right. There's a big pile of mud there that was washed down into a little gully. You can tell by the color, but you can't really see it because it's blurry. So, yeah, a little bit of repair work to do up there. I'm heading into town here, and I can hear a siren. And you can't really hear it in the video because the camera being in the case, and it's picking up all the vibration noises from the scooter. So you can't really hear it, but it's really close. I can hear it getting louder, so I know it's getting closer. And at this point, the monster just can't go fast enough to get up over the hill to see what's going on. And of course, by the time I get up there, I don't hear the siren anymore. It stopped. So it's thinking, now crap, whatever it was, I missed it. So I get up here to Canadian Tire and turn into the parking lot. Oh, there it is. So I'm thinking, somebody in the shop got hurt, mechanic, something happened, whatever. So, okay, no big deal, nothing to see. I go around the front, I just kind of look in, I hear another siren. And I look back, and this time it's a police car. So, I turn around, I go back, and there's an employee sitting outside having a cigarette. And I asked him, did somebody in the shop get hurt? And apparently, a maintenance guy, I think, air conditioning maintenance guy, was up on the roof doing some work, and apparently he fell from the ladder. I'm not sure how high up, or whether he's on his way up, on his way down, or what, but that's kind of scary. I never did hear anything, I never saw anything in the paper or anything about it, so I don't know how bad he was hurt, or if he's still in the hospital. I didn't see a helicopter that day, so I'll take that as good news.